What's the dumbest explanation you've heard from someone who cheated? I wanted to try something new. He cheated on me with his ex. You deleted your Facebook and my friend, and I thought that was fishy. I don't even know where to start with that kind of rationality. Some friends get envious when they see someone with a decent catch/love interest, and they'll encourage this toxic behavior to make them ruin what was probably a good enough relationship, all under the guise of "I only want you to be happy." I wouldn't stand for this. Seen it with my own eyes. Pick your friends wisely, people. We never have any fights, so you decide to cheat so I can get mad at you. A friend in a long distance relationship who only saw his GF on weekends because she was at an army posting at the other end of the country during the week. He found out she was cheating on him with some guy. Her explanation: "Well, for me the army and my private life are two different lives, so it makes sense I have two different boyfriends." I didn't want to hurt you. Way to go, dude. Oh yeah, I've definitely heard this. I dated a serial cheater, just non-stop dipping his chip in all the dips. He loved me, but I didn't want to make you feel bad by breaking up with you, my guy. How do you think this makes me feel? But it's okay, because he wasn't trying to hurt my feelings. /s. When you said you wanted to be exclusive, I thought you meant exclusive here. You never even asked if I had a boyfriend. I had been dating this girl for 3 months in college when she admitted that she had been in a long distance relationship with her boyfriend from high school the entire time, and she had slept with him each time she visited her parents, which was at least once a month. It was one time is always a good one. I just kind of assumed we were free to do our own thing when we weren't with each other. Girl who kept telling me we were absolutely meant to be together and it would completely crush her if I ever cheated. Then when she cheated she said she didn't feel bad about it, so realized I probably wasn't the one. If you had confidence in yourself, none of this would have happened. My ex tried to pull that stuff with me when she broke up with me. Then she tried to get back with me later when she realized she had made a mistake. I told her that I have more self-confidence than that. It was so satisfying to see that I hurt her with that, especially considering how she smeared my name to everyone she knew. When we split, guy I worked with would get BJs from the women working the street nearby. I called him out on it and told him he was straight up cheating on his wife. He said he never kissed them, and since it was just a BJ it wasn't cheating. Dude, my girlfriend said she is not attracted to me anymore. She isn't intimate with me often enough. Me, why don't you leave then? Dude, she pays my bills. My ex-wife cheated on me and lied about it instead of just fessing up. Then eventually one day, after denying it repeatedly, said I'm not cheating on you. But let's say I was. Would you want to meet the guy? Because I think you'd actually like him a lot. Mental illness at its finest. One of my clients came home to his GF in bed with another guy. She said it's not what it looks like. OMG, this one happened to me. She was in bed with my best friend, and when I caught her, she came out saying I promise it's not as bad as it looks. So I assumed she just cuddled with her friend. No, they've been intimate while her other roommates were intimate in the same room. Big old foursome. It's not as bad as it looks, yeah, sure. I just remembered another one. It didn't count because he did it with her as part of a pagan ritual. The fact that I had a problem with it meant that I didn't respect his religion. I'm going to compile these into a book called Stupid Stuff My Ex Said. Him going through a lot with my family at the minute. I was shocked that was his explanation. Dumbus. I missed you. I was on a short vacation. He said he was going to deploy in a few days and he might not come back. Boyfriend was in the field training for the same deployment that wasn't for 3 weeks. Flush 2-year relationship. Thought it was odd how he never wanted me to come over. He was constantly mentioning living with roommates and that he couldn't have me over. Turns out those roommates were his wife and her parents. When I was like, what the hell? He said, well, I'm married, but we only got married so she could get her green card. My dumb A believed him and stayed with him another 5 months. My friend's dad was stationed in Afghanistan for 2 to 3 years. His wife turned out lesbian and was cheating on him with her boss. My friend said I walked into the room and there was my mother being intimate with her boss. He told his father and they had some online video breakup and she said the following: "I'm sorry, it's just I would got a huge promotion and our life would have been better. My friend's living with his father now, and I don't know anything about his mom." My ex actually cheated on her boyfriend of 6 months at the time to be with me. Later, when I found out she was already dating someone and blocked me out of her life, I got into contact with the guy she was dating, and we both confronted her. She explained to us that she wanted someone who could provide her better attention, which was me, since her boyfriend wasn't doing. Her best friend at the time also leaked their whole convo about me, and she revealed that my ex was using me and was thinking about leaving her boyfriend for me, but changed her mind last minute, since he was always the one. The boyfriend broke up with her, but after a few months I found out they got back together. She slipped, fell and landed on his switch. I knew her from school. We started catching up, and I felt bad because she said she was suffering with mental health problems. Apparently I should feel sorry for her, and he's a hero. My parents didn't give me enough attention as a kid. Okay, what does that got to do with me? My bestie's marriage is not going great. She got involved with our friend. We talked about it, since this whole situation doesn't make me feel very comfortable. Long story short, it doesn't feel like cheating. It feels just right to sleep with the other guy. I'm kinda speechless. My sister's boyfriend, when she found out that he'd gone to a swingers club with a different woman, said that he only went with her because he knew she wouldn't want to. Tried telling her this as if it was completely fine, and then asked what she was doing for dinner. Couldn't understand why she was even upset, let alone why she was kicking him out. A guy I knew blamed his prolific cheating on his girlfriend not bonding properly with a child he had from a previous relationship, which had ended by him cheating. She did actually try to be nice to the kid. She was just somewhat ambivalent about kids, and didn't want to come across like she was trying to be his new mum. At one point he almost left her, but as soon as they went on a break he had 3 different girls on the go, none of whom knew about each other, and he only started to feel a little guilty about what he was doing after one of them started to fall in love with him. He then dumped them in succession, rekindled his relationship with his partner, they had a kid, and got married. Of course the cheating never stopped, but eventually she did wise up to it, and they divorced. Cheaters might try to rationalize what they are doing, often in a way that diverts blame/accountability from themselves, but ultimately they cheat because they are simply scummy people. I've heard several personally from the same guy. He texted some girls asking for their friend's number by saying he eats the mean box. Oh come on, it was just a joke. He solicited affairs on Reddit. It was because you were intolerable because of PPD. Even though he'd been on dating apps before I was even pregnant. Caught with Tinder. We just wanted to see what kind of girls were in the area. There were 17 guys in the house. Come on man, you think I'd have a girl over? I have an intimacy addiction. Actually my therapist says I don't, because I've never actually been intimate with anyone, and that you have cis and ABC diagnosis, and the best, I never cheated. I never touched anyone. Even his mother repeated this line, but also look at you, who wouldn't cheat on you? I was once friends with this girl in college. She was dating this guy who I was also friends with, and they seemed to get along really well. We all met up with a couple more friends on Friday evenings to grab dinner and hang out, and I've never detected any kind of drama or problems between them. Months go by, and she came to me one day between classes and wanted to talk to me about issues she and her BF were having. She said she slept with another friend of hers and her BF got mad. All I said was, yeah, he has good reason to be upset. You cheated on him. I asked her why she did that, and she said her BF was too nice, and she wanted to try dating a bad boy type because she thought he'd be more fun in bed. Her BF would probably take a bullet for her. He was kind and did all these really nice things for her, and I reminded her about that. She said she liked what he did for her and stuff, but she wanted to experiment and she wasn't sure why he was so upset over a one-time thing. Needless to say, our friendship didn't last much longer after that, and neither did her relationship with her BF. I haven't spoken to her in years, but I'm still in contact with her BF. He has a wonderful wife and family now, so he eventually found the happiness he deserved.